bag, baby, never feeling stress. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carlos, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stress. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby, never feeling stress.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the New York Jets. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On the run, this is Jackson. And they're running right through it. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, McCown. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep with Shad Green. That's pulled in at the 32. So possession goes over here on the punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. The open man is Westbrook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Show left.
From the gun, it's Bortles. This is Yeldon on the dump off. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
372. Lucy.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Into the red zone. It's Bortles. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now, a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And fights through one man. Breaks free again. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So McCown comes up as the Jets have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again,
McCown throwing on second. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Justin Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. These Jags and Jets, they met in one of the stranger games a season ago, week 4, I believe it was, and got all the way down to 28 seconds remaining in OT before Chandler Catanzaro ended it for the Jets with a 41-yard field goal to win 23-20.
One of the highlights of the season for the Jets. But how about the Jaguars finishing their year in the AFC Championship game?
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from there.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So McCown comes up as the Jets have it 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And some room to run now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And now running right through it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle. But if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed. Plenty of open field to get after that.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Now they'll throw with McCown. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. On third and long, it's McCown. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on fourth down. A very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, Using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Lucy. Throw that. Lucy. Eleven.
Now Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the Jets set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And on the ground they go with the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
On 3rd down, it's Jackson. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Justin Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Bailey got the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
11B.
Bortles now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Hey, let's go. Trips left. Check. Green 80. Green check.
On 1st down, Bortles completes it to Lee. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Move. Hank. Green is on. Green is on.
Bortles now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Niles Paul, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Lucy. So right. 39, Lucy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Shotgun now for Bortles. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
They run again with Jackson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Well, McCown throws incomplete there on 3rd down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, Okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
Lucy.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Spread right, 372.
Now Bortles into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
And they'll run it here. Shrugs him off. Got some real estate inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Justin Jackson, 41 yards. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. And they take possession of the football. And have it at the 36-yard line. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And now running right through it. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Folks in the secondary, guys, got to make a lot of tackles.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They fake the give. Now McCown. His throw incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's McCown to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The pitch to Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Green 80. Green 80. Throw that.
Oral's going to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lee. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Lucy.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Dumps it off to Fournette. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Bortles now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. That's now 3 turnovers in this second half. Very costly. And earlier in the half, Charles, when I asked you for your keys to the second half, you said, hey, maybe try it, but it's going to be turnovers. That's been the story.
It certainly has, but I didn't expect it to be this much of the story. I mean, when you're getting up to 3, you're really putting your team in jeopardy.
Now they try the right side here. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll go down at the 28. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now a handoff looking right. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. Right back to him on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jets, they pick up their second win now on the year. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.